Getting this fired up. Hey. All right, let me know if you can hear me okay. Got my mic on. There we go. Hey, Dave. Lorna Plus, good to see you. Bad Cam, Joe, Mammy's here. It's like a family reunion going on. What's up, Nathaniel? Kathleen, good to see you. Durgan? Yeah, I don't know if Amazon could ship that. They would try. They ship just about everything. Fearless Prepper, good to see you. Sugar in the Attic, good to see you. And I know we'll have more jump on. It's been a while. We haven't done a live it's been at least a month. I think December 10th might have been, that's 2 months maybe, right? It's been a bit. Yeah, we hadn't done one. Once the holidays hit, it was just like, boom, so much just going on. It was crazy. Yeah, Vicky. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily you missing them. We haven't had them. Life's just stayed so busy, and I like to do them on Friday nights because there's so many other ones going on other nights, and I'm usually between work and other stuff going on. I just tried to say, hey, let's just do just a couple videos a week for now, and we'll jump back on the bandwagon. So, but yeah, what timing? I was looking for a thumbnail to put on there this morning to kind of advertise maybe a theme for tonight. Wow, lot going on today, and I was like, okay, I think this might be the theme. A good reminder that we go through our day-to-day lives. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. And we're going through our day-to-day lives, and we're just doing our normal stuff, drinking our coffee, drinking our Diet Pepsis, going to work, just our routine, sports games, whatever, with the kids, whatever you got going on. But across the ocean, there are missile launchers lined up. I mean, there's people aiming firearms at each other, and I mean, it wouldn't take much it looks like something's going to ignite already. But what kind of out of control domino effect could that create once that gets going? I don't know. Not quite sure. Hey, look, I appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, look, I text my wife today, and she would tell you, I said, hey, look, hey, Jay Moore, good to see you too. Hey, Teresa. And I said, hey, make sure you're getting your gas filled up. Don't let your tank go down while this tense area of life that we're in right now. Make sure you fuel up. I don't care how expensive it gets. keep your car full because, again, you have no idea with shipping issues and things what might end up happening with fuel and things like that. I see you guys are posting a lot of your fuel costs. It looks like that is starting to go up, and maybe some of that's in anticipation of things to come. But I think that to be wise, look, I know everyone I'm reading on here, all you guys, as far as I can tell, as I'm watching your comments scroll by, are prepared. I know that you guys, I've talked to many of you, a lot of you have been here a long time, and you're prepared. However, there will be folks watching this live stream later because, let's be honest, we haven't done live streams in a while, so a lot of people are out of the habit. So we're not going to have like a ton here. They're going to be I see they're popping in and out. Well, look, if it hits the fan tomorrow, right? if it all goes down the drain tomorrow and it all happens, you have to ask yourself, if you're watching this video sometime this weekend, did you prepare? Did you get enough stuff ready for your? You don't know what kind of a chain reaction this could affect with our supply chain, delivering products to grocery stores locally. We've talked about that. The stores do not have enough stuff to last for weeks at a time, let alone days. Do you know that if everybody runs into the store and panic buys at the same time, it's gone? And if no more trucks are due to come in or can't come in for whatever the reason, that's it. So whatever you were able to grab and store. So hey, here's something that I wanted to talk about, and I thought now would be a good time since we're kind of on the subject. If you had to make one final last trip to the store, and I know most of it might end up being like perishable stuff, what kind of items would be on your mental list if you decided, okay, this could be my last haul to go there? What items? Yeah, thank you, Lorna. We'll make sure. Remind me. We'll make sure to bring that up. What items or what's on your mind? What would you want to go to the store to grab? Now, if you're watching this video later, or some of you might say, "Well, I need everything." Well, don't wait till that. If you need everything, don't wait until something happens. Go do it now. All right, go jump in your car and go buy some backups to all your supplies right now. Us here, I see some of you are saying garden seeds. Yeah, that might be something that you're like, wow, one more last haul. Let's go ahead and grab some last minute garden seeds. Lorna, chocolate. Yeah, absolutely. We got rice, we got beans, we got canned goods, we got all these things. How much of the extra fun stuff that we like to eat, right? The comfort food stuff do we have? Get that last bag of chips, because it may be a while. That last of your favorite chocolates, being able to get that stuff. Yeah, basic ingredients, cornmeal, oats, stuff like that. Yeah, I could see us going up down the baking aisle and doing that mental checklist, because we pretty much know what we have. And that last stuff, you're like, okay, this could be my last trip here for a while, so let's pick up XYZ, whatever. Yeah, topsoil for the raised beds, especially with that season coming up. I'm sure that would be on a lot of people's list of last minute things to grab. I'm thinking like milk. I know we have powdered milk and things that everyone likes. But while it's there, make sure we have eggs, the powder, maybe the milk, more of the perishables, maybe some of the fresh veggies, some of the fresh fruits, just making sure I had some of that stuff. Yes, Cindy, I see the double stuffed Oreos. Absolutely. Definitely, I would make sure I grab an extra pack of the double stuffed Oreos. So Lorna brought up something to remind me, and I appreciate it, Lorna. I know a lot of you do already. Usually in the comments of all my videos, I put some sort of an Amazon link, and I really appreciate those that do your shopping, your normal week-to-week shopping for birthdays or holidays, or you like to shop Amazon. If you just use my link and just hit your search and just do all your normal shopping, the channel gets a small kickback from that. So I always try to make sure to throw that out there whenever I get a easy opportunity. So thank you for that. And no, that's all right. Hey, Yarn Prepper, good to see you. Costco haul. Yeah. So are you noticing more people out shopping right now? For those like Yarn Prepper, if you were out and about, are you noticing maybe more people seeing the news and starting to hit the stores? That's a great question. Yeah, pool water, Vicky. Yeah, well, yeah, be careful with the pool water. Hopefully you have something to filter if it's, probably if it's winter time, it's not full of chlorine, but it is probably full of bacteria and stuff. Make sure you filter that out first, please. Christine, I see you. I see a couple people. Gigi. All right, we're getting the crew in here now. Like I said, it's been a while. See, it's like a family reunion. Uh, Carrot Tops here. B-Rad. Good to see you guys. A couple other names I've seen. Some people that are kind of newer since the last time. Yeah, we've had a bunch of subscribers these last few weeks. So welcome as you're here or watching this weekend. This is the first time we've done a live in a long time. Kind of what we do is you guys usually carry on a bunch of other side conversations that are a lot of fun to read, and I catch myself trying to read them while I'm talking, so sometimes that happens. So usually what I have to do is go back and rewatch this later so I can catch all your all's conversations. Great group here, a lot of fun. You guys are more than welcome to carry on your own chats. Does not bother me whatsoever. I like these lives to be fun, but also informative. Feel free to ask questions amongst yourselves. If you want to ask me or in the public, like everybody, a question, please put it in caps, and I'll do my best to try to catch it. Sometimes the mods have to kind of holler at me. Hey, real quick too, while I'm thinking of it, Cliff over at the Urban Prepper, he'd asked me to do a small cameo video. He's putting together this, I'm not going to spill the beans. He's putting together a little video this weekend, I think he said. So I enjoy watching his stuff over at the Urban Prepper. And so just keep an eye on if you see something pop up on this weekend over his channel. You might see me on there. So it'd be a lot of fun. Anytime he does something like that, I'm always on board. He's creative. He's got a good sense of humor, and I'm always, honored to be a part of any of his little concoctions he's coming up with. I'm on board. So, yeah, Lorna, yeah, he's a lot of fun. So let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling back up here. Yeah, looks like. Just making sure I'm not missing any questions. I know Lorna will get me. Okay, there's sugar in the attic. Yes, at 6:30 a.m. the stores were packed. So I would imagine as the news was getting out, people are already getting nervous. Let's see. Gigi was asking also. I'll come back to that in a second. How does that work? Amazon link. Do you see who that person is and what they buy? No, Gigi, it's not set up. Amazon's very protective. I personally don't have your all's information. I don't know who people are that are on there. Amazon handles all that and like your payment information, and that's all to Amazon. And then they just give me a kickback by using one of the links. So, and I think some of the other people can kind of testify to that, that they've never had a problem. I'm pretty sure. I know a bunch of you guys have used it. I mean, if somebody has had a problem, please, throw it on there. But from the feedback I'm getting, that it's getting, Yarn Prepper, no, I have not been starting canning. I've been lucky to do a video. Oh yeah, I'm lucky to do a live stream in 2 months. So just life has just been super busy. I've been out of town a few times, which don't let me forget, I have a story to tell you. You know what? Oh, we were talking about the shoppers, but yeah, so I can imagine people already running out and shopping. So don't let yourself get boxed into that. If things really do start going downhill fast, it's only going to get worse at the stores. So just kind of get all your ducks in a row now. So when things really start heading that direction and the real panic buying starts, the whole toilet paper run and all that stuff, don't wait till then. Just go ahead and have it now. Have your backups now. And then when everyone's out and filling the parking lots and running around like their heads cut off trying to buy everything they can find, you could sit at home and you don't have to deal with that nonsense. That's part of what we practice here. It's not always about the great catastrophes of the world, even though there's always a slight fear of that from people. But it's the day to day stuff. It's the stuff like the panic buyers or the storms that come or someone loses the job, something financially hits, all kinds of testimonials. We did a video one day talking about people that why they started prepping and things that happened in their life that kind of woke them up to the idea of just being better prepared. It was a great video. If I would have thought of it ahead of time, I could have put a link in. But it was just a lot of fun reading everybody's comments in that video. And I might do a video like that again sometime. That's actually a good idea because it's neat to see people of what kind of got them started on that. I need backups to all my supplies because you just never know. You just never know what's going to happen. I see Dave said coffee. Yeah, grab that coffee. Yeah, infantry, army, you got to run. Good to see you. That's great. I appreciate you jumping in. Yeah. So thanks for being here, man. So let me tell you a quick story. Everybody knows every single time I go out of town, I run the risk of something. And many of you have been part of my stories, and there's always something. Now, I did a teaser on the video Thursday. I mentioned it, so I have to follow through. I have to at least tell you something always happens, whether my car gets stolen or I get eaten alive by chiggers. It's just something. Something always happens. So now it doesn't always happen to me personally. This time it happened here at my home while I was over in the Carolinas. So my oldest daughter called and said, "Hey," it was like in the evening, "my heat's out. The heat, our house right here, the heat's not working." And so I'm talking to her on the phone, trying to figure out what's going on. My boss luckily lives close by, so I asked him, "Hey, could you?" He was out with his wife. Could you guys swing by and just take a look at it? And he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to have somebody come out who's better equipped for this, take a look at it." That was on a Thursday, so they were gonna have to do it on a Friday. Well, if your weather is similar to mine, this was a week ago. Weather was cold. It was a cold night. So she luckily had the heated blankets. Later, I forgot to tell her about the space heater she could have used. I forgot to tell her that. But she had enough stuff in her room. She made it through the night okay. But it just it's a reminder. It's kind of like you forget what you do have when something happens. It's almost, you're not panicking. It's just like you just haven't really practiced it. Does that make sense? So when I'm on the phone on a trip, I'm away from the house, the heat of the home goes out. Luckily, it was a temporary thing. It was one night only, but you kind of like forgot to mention some of the other things. Now, if I would have been here, I think I would have figured it out more. But that's just that little twist of being away from home and things are happening. So that was just another one of my adventures, but didn't necessarily happen to me directly. But it did nonetheless happen while I was out of town. So, all right, making sure I'm not missing any questions. Again, if you guys do have any questions, please just throw them up in caps, and we'll make sure we get to those as well. Let's see. We've had a couple more people jump in too, guys. Hey, look, if you are a newer prepper and maybe you still feel like, wow, I just don't want to comment, I don't want to ask questions because I feel like it's a dumb question or it's just too simple. No question's too simple. Everybody's had to start somewhere at some point in their life. Some people have been fortunate to kind of be raised in it, and but look, this is a good group here. We don't let bullying, we don't like people degrading people over things. So feel comfortable, and you can jump in. And if I don't have answers, there's plenty of knowledge here. A lot of people have a lot of experience in life and can definitely help answer your questions. Okay. I see Cindy said ordered her last, my Jace case last night. Yarn Prepper was asking, oh, hey, Martin. I appreciate that. Thank you, Martin. Yarn Prepper was asking if I'm still finding and getting Keystone. So a lot of you that have kind of known, and that's a good question, the Keystone is kind of like that extra meat that it's got a great use by date on the bottom, which, they can go last a little longer than that. Keystone meat canned is 5 years plus, watch and be careful when you do stuff like that. But it can last longer. And it's kind of that good backup of meat, tastes really good. And then when we started having problems with meats and a lot of problems. So anyway, my local Walmarts never carry the ground beef in the store. I've always had to order it. Usually I can find the turkey, the chicken, beef. Right now, all I've been able to find is the chicken. That's about all. I think the price has gone up a little bit. Yeah, the rainbow unicorn. That's the hard one to find, is that ground beef. Now, some of you guys are lucky. Every time you go to the store, it's sitting right there on the shelf. That's not the case. Some people can't buy any Keystone meat in the can at their stores. It's a regional thing too, I think. No family down in Florida, they don't have it on the shelves down there. They've told me. You can order it from their website. You can get it on Amazon. Walmart.com has it. I know sometimes you got to be careful. Some of these things, they try to gouge you on the price. So be very careful about that. Yeah, Cindy, I didn't know about that. About that case. I didn't know until you brought that up. I didn't know what that was. I think I've heard about it. I just never researched it, and obviously I don't have any of that. Gigi was asking, anyone know how long the pickled food items last? Yeah, Carrot Top said they tried the Keystone chicken, and they really like the quality of that. Let's see. Kathleen was asking, if you cook meat and dehydrate it, how long will it last? That's a good question. We do have some folks that dehydrate. So that's a good question. If somebody could throw out some answers, and just anybody, if you've done that, just blurt it out, put it on there. Yeah, because when you're trying to prep stuff, dehydrating, canning, purchasing cans, I mean, freeze dried, you're looking for quality. Look, just don't go out and buy a bunch of stuff for the sake of buying it if you can help it. Oh, Lorna said Rudy at the Last Prepper and also Brad. They mentioned Jace. Okay, well, I'll have to go back and I'll just do some research on it and learn a little bit more about it. Yeah, like I said, I have not done anything above and beyond these last couple months. It's just things with going through the holidays and then with travel, work, family. Things have just been going nuts. So I'm just now kind of feeling like things are kind of slowing back down, getting back into that groove again. So yeah, SH says if Russia moves on Ukraine, what are your thoughts on food, fuel prices, and impact? Yeah, SH, I know we kind of touched about that a little bit at the beginning, But yeah, that's the theme for tonight. That's kind of like the overall topic. I think we talk about stackable events. Okay, we know truckers up north starting to not deliver stuff, and that can spread items and things. Now, sooner if that does happen over at Ukraine, that could be another chain reaction of events. Things that are being shipped overseas now probably won't be for a while, especially if there's battles going on and things going on. It's not safe. Not knowing cyber attacks or different things, who knows what their ultimate goals are and their ultimate plans are. Only they know. But we just need to just be prepared. And like we mentioned, fuel, making sure your vehicles stay up. Look, cyber stuff. What if the bank system goes down? What if you can't go to the ATM, pull out money? Look, have some extra cash on hand for emergencies. Just think of all the little things that you use in life, and just try to have some extra of it. It's not about being crazy and paranoid, and it's just common sense. Just having some things put up that that you can rely on, that you can still feed your family, that you can still kind of maintain some sense of normalcy while you're going through something in life. If our world does go at a war, things could get pretty bad, and depends on how much you've prepped up and how long you can maintain that level of comfort for a while of having the supplies you need. But yeah, some people were talking about seeds and things earlier. I would highly consider getting ready to start putting seeds in, getting them growing in your home, getting things ready to plant after that last frost hits, and start getting your gardens back up and running again. Yeah, SH. I'm glad you jumped in. Yeah, no, you guys are never too late. And always the positive thing is you could always jump back in later and catch up from the beginning later. So, yeah, and real quick, I know some of you guys were talking about making sure to hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, if you all don't mind, the thumbs up button to the video, if you can do that, that just always helps, with YouTube algorithms and things like that. So let's see. Yarn Prepper, keep cash at home. We got both tax returns, only kept money in to pay next year's taxes. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, always staying one step ahead of the game. That's a great feeling when you're a year ahead on things and you've got some cushion, and you have some pulled out for emergencies. Yeah, getting your bills in order. We always talk about getting our preps in order. Get your bills in order. It just makes life easier. It makes your prepping easier. It makes you can enjoy it. You don't have to feel stressed. Gigi said buyback backups to your SM appliance, electric razor, coffee makers. Yeah, once you kind of feel like your food and water and everything that's shored up, yeah, start focus on like electronics and things. What about your vehicle? What about getting extra windshield wipers? If you like to do your own oil changes, having some extra oil. Man, I've heard so many stories these last couple of years of people having a hard time finding replacement parts for their cars, let alone trying to get a cheap used car or a new car with all the chip issues and things. So if you have the capabilities of getting some backups to things, do it. Pay off on the day you need it, you can't find it. I'm just checking here. I think I'm staying up pretty good with the all cap comments. Let's see. Nope, I got some up here. Balloonies was saying, anyone thinking about the trucker convoy that's supposed to start March 1st. Now I know the truckers have talked off and on for the last couple years trying to get something going here. And I think now that they've seen it in another country and how successful it is for getting them heard, to where the focus is kind of being brought to light now, that might get this kick a little bit more, with a little bit more of a goal, a little bit more, of a common goal. So it's possible that it could have something. I just don't know if it'll be the same magnitude. Okay, I'm just scrolling up here real quick. Okay, Gigi said dehydrated foods, because this was from a question earlier. Gigi is saying dehydrated foods typically last from 12 to 18 months. So again, just following other people's experiences on other videos. But that gives you a good idea, ballpark on that. And I always just date everything. Yeah, anytime you're storing stuff, well, it's dehydrating, if it's in cans, you put it in the freezer. Look, grab you a Sharpie, put a date on it, and just when you go to eat it, if it's been in there a while, just check it all out. Just make sure it looks good, it smells good, a taste test, and you just kind of follow all the best advice that you can. Just be careful when you're out on the internet. Sometimes you'll see two totally different answers. So when you're out there in Google land, just make sure you're double checking all the answers. Sometimes people throw some weird things out there. Oh yeah, Joe was saying use clear fingernail polish on Chigger bites. I mentioned that a while ago. I guess you all must have been talking about it still. But yeah, clear fingernail polish. Tried that. I had a steroid shot. I had all kinds of stuff going on. Ice packs. The ice packs alleviated it for a bit, but that you had to constantly be changing out, getting fresh ice packs. Yeah, so anyone check out the Tower Garden about outside by inside style. Huh. I haven't seen the tower. I mean, I personally have never done a tower garden. I have heard people talk about it. So, hey, my wife just came in. What's up, Joy?
Hey.
Have you been on the live at all?
I've jumped on and off.
Off and on? Yeah. Everything going good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Love you.
I love you.
She's coming up, checking up on me, making sure, keeping me straight.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yarn Prepper said, do not try to store extra pet kibble long term. Goes rancid fast. Store extra rice and meats or canned food. So, okay, do not try to store extra pet kibble long term. So that was by a trial and error. So that's good advice. And when you can learn off of somebody else who's already kind of been through something, that's the best way to learn. I like learning. I love it. It's like in anything in life. I've always done this. I like to learn on other people's mistakes or other people's experiences or other people's trial and error. And if I can learn, well, then why do I have to go through that when I already know the answer? So this is part of the reason I really enjoy having a YouTube channel and being able to talk and share things. I can learn stuff that I haven't even thought of trying yet. So yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. I might try that now. So, or not try that. Oh, Yarn Prepper. So yeah, so their dog almost died from it. So yeah, so be careful, guys. And that's one thing that we don't talk a whole lot about, but it is reality. Our pets are family. So when we are prepping for our family, we're like, well, what about the pets? So that's something that everybody that has pets has a concern. What's the best thing to store? I'm thinking probably canned food at that point, canned pet food. Might be the safest. Okay, Lee is saying you can store dry dog food in space bag and freezer. In a space bag and freezer. So for those of you that have pets, hey, are they still having issues? I saw Lorna's comment. She said Jerry's competing with pinball for most mishaps, plagues, and injuries. So we must be neck and neck in a running, I think. Yeah. Yeah, you on prepper? Nope. She lets the camera. She lets me handle that, and I'm still working on her. I'm not giving up. I'm hoping to have her do a video with me one day, but just don't give up. Don't give up hope. But she'll jump in the comments now. Let's see, flea, tick, heartworm meds, stock 2. Oh yeah, SH, great. Yeah, any of the meds that your pets use. But are you all still noticing the shelves on that? I've seen a lot of people talk about the pet aisles and things being really low, and still the struggle. Like sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, or that certain brand that your pet loves. Because remember, they're finicky too. We thought we're bad or our kids are bad. Pets can be really bad for that. So they're like, nope, they want that brand. But you know what? They get hungry enough, I guess they'll change brands, right? Gigi's asked, does anyone know if canned tuna starts to taste funky if you go 1 to 2 years past the best by date? I personally, I've just gotten so used to my rotation of what we use and kind of know what we use the most of. I've never really ran out of dates on things. That's just my personal prepping habits. That's how I do it. So I really don't know how anything past any dates do or don't do or how long they last. I just stay kind of within date pretty well. I haven't had issues with that. So I would say that the tuna, same thing. Just make sure it looks okay. Make sure it smells like tuna. I mean, it's usually pretty potent. But then yeah, taste it. Just make sure if it starts tasting funky, unless somebody else. Let's see, JT said that they've eaten tuna 5 to 6 years past the best by and haven't noticed a difference. So yeah, just kind of use your senses. Just check out, because I know that is going to be an issue, that people that are stockpiling, you hear them, they stack it to the rafters. Well, when they're stacked up to the rafters, you are going to be facing some expiration dates at some point. And again, some people have reminded, hey, it's just like insurance. You buy insurance for cars, for houses, for trips, and if you don't use the insurance, well, you've kind of spent that money. The money's gone. So some people believe that with food and things like that. I personally would try to maybe do your best to use it up or to give it to somebody. I hate throwing anything away. But if you're being prepared for that really, really bad scenario, I could see that the expiration dates at some point down, even if it's 5, 6 years past the date, at some point you're going to run into some stuff you got to throw away. So just comes with the territory. Yeah, if I missed your question, please, like Lorna said, please just throw it up there again. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it too, hey, isn't it been good to see Dave? I know he's been going through some life curveballs, and I saw him jump in some of our last couple videos, and he's been on here in the live tonight, and it's just been really nice having him back. So good to see you back, Dave. I know with certain people, hey, when you got a bunch of people all on the same channel like this or other channels that we all kind of bounce around on, Real life happens. We all have issues. We all have illnesses, sicknesses, finances hit us, just all kinds of things going on, family things, family matters. And it's just nice to know that we're all still kind of connected. We pray for each other, we root for each other, we try to have good thoughts for each other. And it's just kind of nice to have that extra little bit of a bond while we're all trying to prepare together. And that's one of the fun things I kind of miss when I'm not doing live stream, is I just kind of miss the little extra interaction that you don't totally get by doing a video, because a video I'm just kind of doing a one-way thing and a little different. Let's see, Grammy's house. I just happened to catch, even they're not in caps, said that their vet once said that canned green beans were good for dogs, fills them up, and is good for obese dogs too. Okay, so that's thinking outside the box. Kimberly, I have not heard that about the Super Bowl, about that, them possibly trying to block. That's news to me. I have not heard that yet. I don't know if that would be wise for them to do that. I don't think. I mean, they're definitely going to get attention, but I think that that's just going to anger a lot of the common folk. I mean, I'm using that term. Oh, was that on Fox News? Huh? I didn't catch that. Yeah, I don't think that would be a good for them as far as gaining the public support. I don't know. I just I feel they mess with the Super Bowl, that's going to possibly backfire on them. So I think that they should focus more on kind of like our friends up north, kind of doing something, that's not going to cause something as big as, yeah, I see it. You're all are saying the same type of thing. You agree. Yeah. So, but that's cool. I'm glad you brought that up. I had not heard that. So, yeah, Durgan, that's what I was kind of hearing too. I think that's probably more of what they were doing. Which, speaking of Washington, D.C., oh, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Absolutely. I appreciate that. That's exactly where I'll put that, is towards my keystone, and I'll add some more to that. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. But over this past year, I'd seen people on different YouTube channels talking about like the White House adding more fencing and building it up. They call it a wall, or just adding more of the security to the White House. And at the time, there wasn't a whole lot going on, so I kind of got that verified by some people that I know, that they said that for sure they were definitely adding some more security in fencing and things like that. And that's what kind of the question that I was asking that nobody had an answer for, is what are they foreseeing that's not being talked about yet? I started thinking, is it people coming over our borders, and they're fearing that there could be obviously people coming over our borders that we don't know who it is, from other countries, countries that would love nothing more than to hurt us. Yeah, right, Dave, exactly. Or were they foreseeing more of this potential worldwide conflict, and worried about sleeper cells and things like that in some kind of a worldwide scheme? And these sleeper cells would be activated to try to create interior havoc. So I wonder if a lot of this stuff was already being pre-visioned and pre-planned. But it just makes you think, right? It kind of gets you, what else are we not being told, and which I'm sure plenty, right? So, okay, Yarn Pepper, yeah, you said you heard something that they were verifying that they're not going to do that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the idea came up and kind of like what we're all saying and agreeing on. They probably common sense prevailed, thinking, okay, it was an idea, but maybe that one's not going to stick, right? Gigi said Aldi's announced yesterday they are going to also raise prices soon. So wow, so they've come out and actually made an announcement on that. So yeah, Gigi, that's a good price. Yeah, and I am going to be jealous about that. That's a good price. So especially if it's good bacon. You need more string for your tin cans, Lorna, for your security system. But yeah, sometimes we talk about home security though. Just you know, common doesn't even have to be a conflict out there. There's plenty of people out there trying to rob and steal things. So having some extra lighting around your home, check your door locks, make sure things are secure. Personal protection items, right? Your personal protection tools, the things that you would use, to ward off danger or to save your life. Yeah, all those things that you use. It's just defense, defending your home, defending your family. And usually the people that are out looking for no good, they're looking for low-lying fruit. So if you've kind of boosted up your home lighting and security, like a dog or anything like that, some alarms, your tin cans. So, oh, how we communicate. Okay. Well, it has dual purpose. You could use the tin cans with string, as an alarm system to let you know people are coming. And then, yeah, you could use it to communicate. And like I said, sometimes I'm catching up on some of the stuff you're saying. I'm missing part of it. So, yep, the freedom seeds, Dave. Which I've been watching the prices for those seeds, and they seem to have gone down, but not like drastically down. Like they've kind of came a little bit, obviously better than what they were a year or so ago. But they are a little bit better now for people that are wanting to go out and practice, and they're not. You don't have to go take a loan out anymore. Which is still good to remember to stock up on them when you can. Yeah, Carrot Top, need to stock up on LED light bulbs in general. Yeah, anything like that. Things that you would replace once a year. What about air filters for your house? Great items. All kinds of little things like that. Just kind of go through your home and think outside the box. Okay, what? Maybe I don't need it now. I won't need it this month, but at some point this year, I may have to replace my filter, my light bulb. Do I have some of those things for backups? And just have them. Because if a day comes, you need it, you go to the store, it's not there. We've had that happen, and it's not as fun. So if you've already got it, you're going to be good to go for a while. Well, guys, I'm just giving you the warning. I know you guys like a little bit of warning before we say goodbye. We're going to start the plane on the downward descent. We'll start wrapping up this live stream. It's a lot of fun, and so they always just kind of go smooth. I love the activity in the comments. I think we've covered a lot of little things. Bottom line is, no fear, no panic. Sometimes things happen in life not in our control. We can't control everything. But what we can do is control our own home, our own family. What can I get and supply for my household? And that's what we're doing. We're supplying the needs of our family for backups to things that we use on a daily basis for any curveball in life that happens. Yeah, Eric, good example. Buying soap, buying things before the next price hikes. Many of you, not just on today's live stream, but other videos, have been witnessed and testimonied many price hikes. So anything that you've bought ahead as the price goes up, look at the money that you've saved. I like using the example of the tuna packs. Remember, I did this whole thing about I love buying those little dollar tuna packs. I would get mine at Walmart. You can find them at dollar stores and other stores and such. But I'd get those tuna packs for $1. And then one day I went and they were $1.25, just like that. A 25% increase. And they're still $1.25 today. Actually, I went in one day and they were $1.24. So I'm not quite sure why they went down a penny, but they did. So I was thinking, man, that means all those tuna packs that I bought, that I stocked up for that dollar, I saved 25% of my money just on that one item. So think of that as an investment. I mean, wow, you've saved all kinds of money if you've been able to buy ahead before these last couple of years, especially this last year, where everybody's been coming out. All these companies have been coming out and announcing, hey, we're doing price increases. Yeah, Grammy's house, exactly, the Dollar Tree. $1.25 now. It's a $1.25 tree. And I know different dollar stores have different sections and some prices and stuff. But yeah, they've changed their overall price, their main price now from $1 to $1.25. And oh, Cindy, my wife stopped by H.G. Hills, and she found 2 flats of chicken wings at H.G. Hills. Thank you for reminding me of that because I knew you were trying to help me find some. But she was going right by there anyway. It was convenience for her to check it for me, and they did. They had 2 flats of chicken wings, so I won't have to be out chasing those this week. Let me just scroll up one more time. Okay, Gigi. So you said the packs are a little bit better deal on the Amazon. I'll have to check that out. I haven't had to really buy any lately because I was stocked up. So when I'm ready to start buying them again, I'll make sure to look there too. Thank you. SH was asking, what are the garden plans? Freedom seeds are scarce there where they're at. Yeah, SH, the gardening plans, kind of like I did last year, but instead of putting them in 5-gallon buckets on my deck, this year I'm going to put them out in the ground, down the steps, out into the yard. That's how my neighbors do it, and they seem to do really well with it. Not looking forward to fighting off the insects and the critters and all those little cucumber beetles and all those things this year. I'm a little bit better prepared than I was last year. And that was, but you learn something every year as you roll into the next year. But I want to have them out down into the ground this year. So that's my plan. Yeah, Gigi, thank you to the mods. They do a great job. And I saw a bunch of them on here tonight, and they do a really good job of helping out with the channel, not just with live streams, but throughout anytime we do videos. They're always good at just kind of keeping an eye on things. So I appreciate that so much. Spent coffee grounds deter bugs. Yeah, so I've got a lot of new things I want to try this year. Yeah, Lauren, I'll tell Joy. I'll let her know. Super Bowl parking for $1,000. Yeah, if that popped up on your notifications, you just delete that because that's too much. Yeah, that's a lot of money. All right, guys. Well, hey, I think we're going to call it a night. But a great live stream. Said it had been a while, And I appreciate you all being here tonight. And for those that'll be watching this later this weekend and such, but you all hunker down, get your stuff in order. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen this next week, tomorrow? You don't know. So just get everything that you need to get. Just go ahead and just don't procrastinate. Remember, procrastination is not your friend in anything in life. So just stop procrastinating and go get it done. All right. So you guys, hey, have a good weekend. Okay, enjoy yourself too. Have some fun while you're prepping. Enjoy all the times you have with your family and your friends, and get some little bit of that quality time. All right. So y'all have a good night now. Bye.